day is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday. Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
The 13th. Friday, the 13th. Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. Pat is off today. He's out at some Amway Tupperware gathering. I don't know. Keith is out looking for Bigfoot out in the wilds of the Midwest somewhere. Pat will be back on Monday, hopefully with some new products from Tupperware and or Amway. Be nice to see some of the new products, some of the new lines that are coming to the 2024 season. You can tweet the show at Pat Unleashed. You can always tweet me at JeffyJFR. Pat, the socials, Facebook, Instagram. I guess we're up on Threads. I haven't been there in forever. I was looking at, I think I'm Facebook or Instagram. When you go to your Instagram account, they let you know if you go to your when you go to your main page, they show you you were. Oh, they don't have the number up there anymore. Oh, they just say at Threads link. They gave you the number for the longest time. I was like 2 million something, but now it's not there anymore. Interesting. Okay, I guess they got tired of showing off how many where you were at in line. It's just over. Boy, Threads. That means Threads is deads, man, for sure. All right. Welcome to it. And, of course, those of you watching on Pluto, hello. And those of you on Blaze TV, hello. You can subscribe there, blazetv.com/Pat. If you're watching on Pluto and you're not a subscriber to Blaze TV, I mean, what are you doing? You're just kind of freeloading over there on Pluto. I mean, we appreciate you watching and all, but blazetv.com.
Why pay when I could get it for free?
blazetv.com/Pat. Okay. We are being bombarded, overwhelmed, really, with happenings around the globe and here in the United States. So we may as well. I know. That's what it feels like. And we're not far off from hearing that. I mean, they're hearing that in Gaza. And they're hearing that in Ukraine. And we're not far off. That's what it certainly feels that way. Now, I know it just feels that way. But I see where our U.S. Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, and German Foreign Minister, Annalena Baerbock, I love her. She announced, along with SecDef, that they're going to travel to Israel today to meet with Benjamin Netanyahu. Huh. Okay. Right. So flights are getting in and out. Interesting how flights are getting in and out. But our Secretary of Defense, SecDef, has been busy. All right. So he was in Germany. Right, that's Ramstein. Yeah, Ramstein Air Base. That's in Germany.
Ramstein,
Stein, same thing. Doesn't matter. And he was, he was just there to, give out some more money and talk a little bit about what was happening. Now, before he gave the money away, he had to, badmouth Putin a little bit.
It's a bitter cold and darkness, but he will fail, and we all know it. Putin hoped to demoralize the Ukrainian people. Instead, he demoralized the Russian military. Putin hoped to isolate Ukraine. Instead, he isolated Russia. And Putin hoped to fool the whole world. Instead, he couldn't even fool his own mercenaries. So in this war of aggression, nobody should assume that time is on the Kremlin side. We stand together today determined to ensure that Ukraine has the support that it needs for another winter of war.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Now, the good thing is Vladimir Zelensky was there as well. I guess he doesn't have anything to do in Ukraine.
Ukraine is a country in Europe.
No. She is so bad. Just so bad. So Zelensky was there because SecDef was going to announce some more funding for Ukraine. Yay.
Countries here are preparing. And I'm proud that the United States will announce its latest security assistance package for Ukraine, valued at $200 million.
Oh.
It includes AIM-9 munitions for a new air defense system that we will soon deliver to Ukraine, as well as artillery and rocket ammunition, precision aerial munitions, anti-tank weapons, and equipment to counter Russian drones.
Is that Charlie Brown?
No, CQ.
Oh, CQ. Yeah. Charles Q. Brown.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the new guy, right?
He's the new Joint Chief of Staff.
Okay.
So
Glad to see
CQ,
he's on
not
board.
Charlie Brown.
No, that's his name. Charles Q. Brown.
Yeah, but it's not Charlie Brown.
Charles Q. Brown Jr.
Yes.
Is he 4-star?
4-star, yes.
Yeah, you can't be sitting there with the 3 stars. He spits on those 3 stars,
Pretty
man.
soon, if we continue this war talk, he'll be a 5-star.
No doubt about that.
And that's only for wartime.
No doubt about that. Yeah, exactly. So now, I know there's a lot going on in Ukraine. I mean, I see Zelensky. He showed up there at...
Ukraine is a country in Europe.
Correct. That's correct. And he also, prior to going to Bragstein, what is it?
Ukraine is
the air base.
Oh, Ramstein?
Yeah, Ramstein. Yeah. Prior to going to there.
Braxton,
One
where
of
did
those
you get
air
the first
bases.
name?
One of those air bases. Zelensky showed up in NATO. Showed up at NATO headquarters begging for more money. This guy is incredible, man. It is never enough. So this extra $200 million, I was reading. I mean, one headline says, "Oh, the U.S. announced $200 million in additional funding to Ukraine," and they give the list of the ammunition, the Sidewinder missiles, and the 155 millimeter and 105 millimeter shells, and how much they're giving to this package. And it says that the U.S.'s total commitment to Ukraine is $43.9 billion. No, we've given at least a couple $100 billion. And John Kirby tells us that he was taking questions. Plus, I was watching this press conference with Kirby, and not only does he throw out the couple $100 billion, he changes the administration's tune on Ukraine. This is why Zelensky showed up at NATO, showed up in Germany. He's out there, I mean, glad-handing this because he knows his days are numbered, right? I mean, Israel is fighting. We're back in Israel, and he knows that his love affair from the United States citizens are just about over. Have a nice day. Take care. Good luck. God bless. That's happening. So Kirby, instead of, I thought it was always, long as it takes. All right, we're with Ukraine. Long as it takes. It doesn't matter. That's what our president has said. Long as it takes. It doesn't matter. Well, okay, because that's not what John Kirby is saying now.
Ukraine funding, we're coming near to the end of the rope. I mean, today we announced $200 million.
Oh, wait, what?
And we'll keep that aid going as long as we can, but it's not going to be indefinite. So are we moving with a sense of alacrity?
What?
Absolutely. I couldn't give you a date certain on the calendar.
Ukraine is a country in Europe.
Okay, so Ukraine is there. He's hurting. He knows it's coming to an end. It's not as long as it takes any longer. It's, yes. Ukraine is on life support, perhaps on multiple fronts. I mean, they better hope that somebody brings in something bad. Get the new specialist doctor in here, couple new nurses, something needs to happen. Because, I mean, no one wants Ukraine to end up flatlining. No one wants that. I thought for sure we had the flat line there. No flat line. We just have the beepers. All right. Just the heartbeat. I mean, there you have it. That's the, just the quick shot of it's not forever. It certainly can't go on forever. At the end of the rope. So
long, farewell.
Yeah. Have a nice day. Take care.
Go and leave this pretty side.
I mean, that's why he's going to NATO. He's going to Germany. Please remember me. I still count. I still matter. Russia's attacking me. I get money too, okay? So, the gravy train to Ukraine is about to get cut off. And that's, obviously that should have happened a long time ago. But, now we have Israel to worry about. And Israel just told the United Nations, hey, all of you people in northern Gaza, yeah, you probably should get out in the next 24 hours. In fact, not probably, get out in the next 24 hours. There's going to be consequences. So they're going in. I mean, they are getting ready to go in. Military officials, Israeli military officials, said that they're going to seek to end the presence of Hamas in Gaza. Okay. So that coming ground invasion is on the way. So you people in northern Gaza, you might want to leave. It's up to you, though. If you stay, you might want to leave. But if you stay, no guarantees.
Do you believe them?
Yes, I do.
So are we just gonna like new parking lot? Is that what their goal is? Because I was watching their press conference from this morning, their morning. It was 7:30 local time there, and they told I had to go to my maps and check it out. They told everybody to move south of the river.
Right.
And he was like, well, if you don't have a map, just head south. You see the river. You cross it. You stay there.
The way that you see those people walking, you might want to go ahead and follow them.
All you have to do is look at the map.
That's it. That's all you have to do is look at the map. I mean, Israel is what? Israel is about as big as Dallas-Fort Worth.
Okay, so that's what I was looking at it. I was like, that's just like a maybe 3-hour walk.
Oh yeah, I mean it's well, yes. I mean it's as long as you stay on the road, you go off road, you're looking at some rough territory. But I mean, it's such a small country, and we're talking about fronts on all sides now. I mean, they were talking. Israel is prepared for it. I mean, I don't think that this is any higgly-piggly thing from Israel. They're prepared for it. But when you start having fronts coming at you, they're surrounded.
They are
By people who either sit there and go, "Wow, we're not really involved." Sure, we hate the Jews, but I mean, we don't want to be involved. Oh, were those people using our border to attack the? Well, darn the luck. I mean, that's where they're at, unless without an actual attack. So Israel has mobilized 360,000 reservists, and they're amassing forces along the border. So that ground assault is coming. Okay, so it says here 140 square miles. 140 square miles of Gaza, but that can't be.
So my house is bigger? Because I have 29 square feet.
They claim that they have 2.3 million residents, right? So they're looking at half of the residents moving, getting out of there. Yeah, they're coming in. And look, these people, do I want all these people to be harmed or killed? Not all of them. But when I think of civilians, they could have gotten rid of Hamas. Oh, I mean, Hamas has been in charge for quite some time now. They could have gotten rid of them, and yet no. So pick your poison. Already we have the death toll, according to this, and I know it changes all the time, but according to the numbers here, the initial Saturday attack was at least 1,300, around 3,000 others wounded. They say the death toll in Gaza stands near 1,400 and 6,200 injured, largely from Israeli airstrikes. They say in this story, one strike yesterday killed at least 45 people in a refugee camp as Hamas called for international protests today. Yeah, I mean, they want protests everywhere around the globe for them. And it looks like they're getting it in a lot of places. I don't know what's all real and what's not. I know that they're claiming that the brutality of the Hamas attacks is terrible. I mean, we already know that they've killed children and teenagers. They look like they have about 150 hostages were taken back to Gaza, including 50 foreigners. We don't know how many of those are Americans. Israel said, we're locking it down. There's no food, no flow of food, no fuel, no water. And you go ahead and let those people go, and then we'll consider some humanitarian aid coming into you. But let those people go.
Do you still believe that babies were killed?
I do.
Even after that fact checking came in overnight?
Well, the fact checking, I
said there was an AI picture, the one that
that they're saying we all saw.
No, not that one. No. I'm sorry. Ben Shapiro tweeted one of the pictures that Prime Minister Netanyahu put on his social media saying this is a burnt baby.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, and they're saying that's not real.
Now they ran it through the AI.
The AI detector. I am AI detector. Yeah,
and it says it's AI.
It's a new superhero, by the way. AI detector.
So now the AI detector saying that was made by AI.
Okay. All right.
So where are we at now?
I don't know. There's so much misinformation and disinformation, and what the problem is now that you're looking at all the EU and this government for sure wants to start censoring all the information on social media because heaven forbid an AI picture got out there and people think that's real. Well, it's up to you to figure out what's real and what's not. And for instance, the video we played yesterday that showed the paratrooper flying into the electrical lines.
The Hamas.
No.
Oh.
No.
That was not a Hamas person.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if it was an actual Hamas person, but it wasn't part of the
initial
invasion.
Attack on October 7.
Yeah, it was an older video.
I think it was over the summer.
So, okay, all right.
So we fell for it.
We did. And I mean, the guy.
So that's not from October 11th.
That's correct.
Ooh.
That's correct. And that's making the rounds, right? So then I see all kinds of protests and videos of protesters, and I immediately think it's probably not from yesterday or 2 days ago. That's from, somewhere else 10 years ago or whatever. I mean, I doubt it all. And if there's something that we want to use, we use it. Like I have the video of, and it's an awesome video making the rounds of Hamas digging up water pipelines to make rockets.
Oh yeah, that was.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
That was tweeted out by IDF and Israel.
Yeah. And so I watched it, and we have it, and it's a great video. But they claim that this is Hamas openly mocking the West. $100 million water pipeline project paid for by the EU and turned into missiles against Israel. Now,
it's catchy tune, though.
It is catchy.
I don't want to repeat it just in case it says something,
It's a toe tapper. That's what it is.
Knee slapper?
No toe.
No, just toe.
Yeah, just toe. Don't get carried away.
Which, by the way, they went underwater to get that ammo. That's impressive.
That is. Now, my question is, I watch this and I think, whoa, you bastards. No wonder you don't have any water. What are you doing? Is it real? I don't know. Tomorrow we'll find out that AI.
Well, I love
Has
how
this been run through the AI detector yet? Has our new superhero AI detector questioned this yet?
By the way, that is some amazing editing skills. That is Photoshop. That's After Effects. That's Illustrator. That's some pretty. I can't do most of that stuff.
Okay, so I mean,
so AI, because I can't do it.
There's no way that Hamas is doing that. Right?
Well, think about
they're crawling through tunnels. They're crawling through dirt tunnels. Are they digging up pipelines to make rockets?
They told us that we're
okay.
Riding horses, living in caves. How can you do that from a cave?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I can't get Wi-Fi here, and they're editing and making these videos.
The router's right above your head.
Sometimes I can't get Wi-Fi here. Okay, I mean that's all I'm saying. Sometimes my texts from my Android don't go through to an Apple phone, but they're making rockets from a pipeline. Okay. Make me hate them more. You got it. You won. But I don't know if it's real or not. Do I want it to be real? Kinda. Just so that we can hate him more. But we'll find out that it's not real.
How do you make a pipeline into a missile? Because that
just watch the video.
I know that's what I'm saying.
How do you make a pipeline into it? You just watch them.
That's pretty intense. That is some creative people. All you have to do is
dig up the pipeline, clean it off, cut it up. Watch. It's so easy. I mean, look at that.
See, you cut it off.
Anybody could do it. You cut it off, then you have to bore it out.
That's what he's doing. Okay. Yeah. And then you pour cement.
Yes.
And you slice it again.
That's what it's not anything explosive. It's cement. That goes in. Yeah.
But where do you get the red tips?
They got all the trucks and I know everything.
And the launchers? Are those the ones from Bagram Air Force Base?
I guess so. Or maybe those are from our Afghanistan, the ones we left in Afghanistan. I don't know.
Yeah, the Bagram Air Force Base located in Afghanistan.
Okay, whatever. You know, all these air bases
all you have to do is look at the map.
I'm not worried about the map. I know where they are. I just don't know what the names of them. That's all. Because the one we just talked about in Germany is what?
Ramstein?
Yeah, same thing.
Air Force Base?
Yeah, same thing. It sounds the same.
Bagram, Ramstein.
Same thing.
Got it.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference. So I don't know what's real or what's not. And so, but leave that to me. I don't need you to decide what's real and what's not real. And the EU is already cracking down on the social media sites, and I'm sure that we are as well. Just trying to go after Zuck and Elon and Google and Amazon. Heaven forbid, heaven forbid, a tweet shows something that's not real. How dare you? Okay. Then we have the infighting going on because we found out that the U.S. said, and these headlines are just a tad misleading. There's another thought that these headlines are just a tad misleading when they tell you that, Egypt let Israel know these attacks were going to happen. Did they?
Do you believe that? Because I was reading that story too.
Okay, well, here's the thing. We got the news from one of our intelligence congressmen, right? He came out and said, so we got confirmation that Egypt warned Israel days before the Hamas attack. Okay. So then at the end of the story, the very end of the story, it says, it talks about how we don't really know exactly what was the quote. We didn't know exactly when they told Israel and who they told it to. So what they're trying to tell us is that we believe Egypt told somebody.
So Abraham forgot. So they're like, "Hey, are you a Jew?" Yeah, okay.
Okay, so tell them.
So can you tell them you guys are gonna get attacked?
That's unbelievable.
And they went to Abraham, and Abraham forgot to pass it down. And we're playing telephone
because Netanyahu has denied it wholeheartedly and said, no. This operation, no, this did not. I didn't know none of it. So, I mean, even our people are like, well, yeah, no, it happened, but we don't know where it was directly or indirectly told to somebody or somebody else. So, I mean, I guess I believe that that Egypt had intel that something was going to happen. Was it going to happen in 3 days like it did, like they claim? Was it going to happen in a week and a half? Was it going to happen a month from now? Was it going to happen at all? We don't know. But, with the headline, they knew. Intel. Israel knew days before. I mean, did the taxi driver that goes between Egypt and Israel, without the Israeli plates on, by the way, because you don't want to go into Egypt with those Israeli plates. Just saying. And you definitely don't want to go into the Palestinian area with those Israeli plates. No, thank you. No. Anyway, so, I mean, even our people say that. So, but the headline makes it seem like, oh, yeah, they told him. They talked to Benjamin Netanyahu in the park.
It sure feeds the fire of the conspiracy theory out there that
it sure does.
Israel let this happen so that they can take back.
It sure does.
I don't like that. But then again, it goes back. I hate quoting Keith right now, but do we believe what the government is saying?
I know.
And then we go back to that.
I know.
So who do I believe? Do I believe the government or do I believe my gut?
Well, I mean, you have to take in all the information and see with your own eyes. And again, see with your own eyes. We need AI detector to tell us, well, you're seeing that, but you're not really seeing that. We are not here. It's just really misleading, and now they'll tell you, well, we put it in the story. We told you in the story that, well, there's no proof who got told what, who went where, directly or indirectly, but gosh darn it, they knew. Okay. All right.
So Joseph and Ibrahim.
Yes. And that's exactly
Abraham
what happened.
Are okay?
Yes.
Okay.
And we find out now that we have frozen the $6 billion.
So he did go to the bank like he said.
Yes.
He did put the pink slip, talk to the teller.
Exactly what happened. Because it was up to Qatar. Right? It wasn't up. Now, a lot of the headlines, the U.S. and Qatar. No, not really. Not so much. It was, we begged them. And it worked. And they agreed. I mean, which is strange because everyone thought, I don't know how much begging it had to do. I don't know if he had to get down on bended knee in front of the teller with please. Oh, please.
I got all
but
my
it happened. Yeah, I have everything is documented.
I got the routing number, the bank account number, the day I made the transaction.
This is a lot better than what Egypt said who they told about the invasion. I've got it all. You can't freeze. You have to freeze it. Our people are saying they want this money frozen. I know that they haven't used one dinar since we moved it to Qatar, but you would think next time we're going to put in, paragraph B.
Insurance. We're just going to put insurance.
So that's good news. Anyway, I guess that's good news is that Blinken was over there, snuck into Qatar, went down on bended knee, and it worked. So the $6 billion is frozen.
So you do bend the knee.
We have to, right? I mean, he has to for sure, man. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about it. And he's Blinken. Surprised Qatar did anything to that guy.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to it. Pat Gray Unleashed, Jeff Fisher, Jeffy from the Chewing the Fat podcast, which you should subscribe to, my daily show. Filling in for Pat, and I told you, he's off at some Amway Tupperware conference, and he'll be back on Monday with hopefully some new products. You know, driving in this morning, regular gas, $2.79 a gallon. What is happening? What is going on? I thought we were going to have, over the weekend, I told my wife, go fill up the car because it was like $2.90 something, $2.91, maybe $2.89. And I thought it's going to start going back up again because, I mean, we're battling in the Middle East. We got Ukraine and Russia. It's going to start going up again. I thought it's gone down. $2.79 a gallon for regular. Okay, and that's without the apps. It could be cheaper when you have these on-store app. But so fill up your cars because we've been fooled. And look, I know $2.79 is still way too high, but we've gotten pretty used to that 3 mark, and now we're at $2.79. What's happening?
I have 40 cents at Kroger to save.
I don't know. 40 cents a gallon?
No, like I can take 40 cents off
the total. Okay.
I don't know when to pull the trigger.
Oh yeah.
Because that's a tricky. Because if we're at 79, do I risk it and wait?
Yeah. Plus, I don't know what Kroger is because I saw the place, this Walmart gas station that I drive by close to my home that I get gas at. That was at $2.79. So that means Sam's Club is probably $2.78, $2.76. It is not in there. Would you stop saying that? It is not in the ghetto.
We talked about this last week.
I know, and it's not in the ghetto.
So if the ghetto has $2.79, imagine what's on the...
So I was as I go past Racetrack. Racetrack is like $2.80 something, and obviously the Shells and all those are still $2.90 something. Weird how they charge more. Weird, isn't it? The Shells and Exxons all jack up the prices. Huh. It's better gas. Oh, okay. Is it? All right. Thank you. But I will say, I just find it strange that it's $2.79 a gallon. So whether it's in the ghetto or not, it's still $2.79 a gallon for regular gas. You can tweet the show at Pat Unleashed. And some of you already have. Amazing. From Kev up in Maine. Is there any way Jeffy could not speak yet still host the show? Well, yeah, there is a way. First of all, I mean, it's a talk show. Why would you do that without speaking? But you could, sure. What I'd like, if I could get myself, what I should do is get myself in a box. And do so I don't have to say anything and just have the hand person do the talking without talking. So yeah, there's a way we can make that happen. That actually would be good. Can we get me in a box in front of me? There's got to be, right? Because there's a way to do that. Oh boy, I don't think so.
You just put them on the spot. It doesn't work that way.
Never mind. Just stop. Never mind, I got it. I'm sorry.
You just put them on the spot.
I'm sorry.
That's like you tell me.
Barely am I sorry, but just stop. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, thank you. All right. I don't feel bad now.
I was just buying time for them.
What took so long?
I was just trying to buy time for them.
So... First of all, I don't know sign language.
Riveting radio.
I don't know sign language. Oh, it's TV.
Yeah, but what about the radio?
Radio, get over it. We need. You know what? I'll tell you what. If you listen in the left channel, you can hear the show. The right channel just has the.
You don't even know how to do the alphabet? A, B, C...
F. Yeah, there. I got it. I know how to do the alphabet. So, gosh darn it, it is possible. Okay, so we're doing the thank you, Kev up in Maine. You've made it known that it is possible. You can get rid of the box and the me on the box because we're not bringing in the hand signal person. Although I want to really bad.
There has to be someone in this building that knows sign language.
Right? My daughter does, but she's obviously
like
not
I said,
here.
in this building. We all have that one friend that knows sign language.
I just saw someone not long ago in the building. That's really funny. Okay, so Hunter Biden crack connoisseur. Why are there so many videos coming out of Israel, but there are virtually zero videos coming out of Ukraine? Well, there are videos coming out of Ukraine. I will say that we get a lot of videos out of Ukraine that, again, I don't know if they're real or not, but I see them on the beach.
The bikinis?
I see them in
the club,
and I'm not turning away. I'm not turning away from the bikinis on the beach. I'm not turning away from the nightclub partying going on in Ukraine. Now, is it in Ukraine? I don't know. Is it underground Ukraine? I don't know. But they claim it is. They claim it is. And we know that Zelensky's, off begging for money at NATO, begging for money in Germany. Hey, don't forget about me. Well, sure, I guess I like the Jews, but don't forget about me. It's just really sad. From Rowdy Introvert, hey, Jeffy. Please don't remind the president that he said he would support Ukraine as long as it takes. We, the people, are finally able to leverage his dementia to our advantage. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, he may say it again and again anyway. It doesn't matter. He just lies to the American people every day as it is. Ridiculous. From Jimmy Dimples, fact check. I thought I heard fat chick on misinformation on Israel and Gaza. Probably got plenty of those. Whoa. There are not a lot of fat chicks in Israel and Gaza. I'm sorry, there just isn't.
I was there for 10 days, and I saw zero fat chicks.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I've been over there twice. Did I see a fat chick, other than looking at myself in the mirror?
Were you a fat dude?
Like I said, I don't think so.
I saw big dudes.
Yeah.
I saw big dudes. I never saw fat chicks.
And you don't see a lot. Now, you do see, big guys. You're right. Some overweight men. I don't know that I saw on women or on men. I don't think so. I don't think we had my 600-pound life over there. No.
You do have to walk everywhere, so.
Well, I mean, I do have automobiles. You do travel. You don't have to walk everywhere. Believe me, I know. So, do we have a speaker yet? Oh, no, darn the luck. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, you know him, you love him. He's dropped out of the race. What? He's dropped out of the race now to replace Kevin McCarthy. So now we don't even. What are we doing? They went behind the secret doors again, and he didn't have enough votes. Neither did Jim Jordan. I'm sorry, it wasn't behind. It wasn't the secret meeting. It was the internal caucus. Ugh. Okay, how about we do it out in the open? How about that? But he didn't have enough votes. And I guess we all voted, what's his face back in?
McHenry?
Now the guy for the Democrats.
Oh, Jeffrey?
Yeah, Jeffries. I guess he's got everybody's support on the Democratic side. So we don't know what's going to happen. I guess maybe we go to the internal caucus again. And we wait to see. Now, what's his face? Bow tie boy.
McHenry?
Yeah. He's, I guess, still there. He's still the speaker pro tem. So he's gotta love it. Right? I mean, he's got to be walking around going, Steve Scalise sucks. So does Jim Jordan. Hey, Jim, Steve Scalise sucks. Oh, how about Jim Jordan? He's got to be running around telling everybody that the other person sucks, so he still stays as speaper, right?
No, he was too angry in the gavel. I don't think he wanted that position.
I think he was one of Kevin's boys, right? Because remember, I was amazed. I didn't know who he was, but I watched some of the videos when Kevin was wheeling and dealing to become speaker, and he was in the background. So he's got to be one of Kevin's boys. That's why he was so angry. But as long as he's there, may as well suit up. Put the old seersucker suit on with the bow tie, and I'm in charge.
Does he get the extra pay too?
Oh, probably. Probably. Sure, why not? I mean, they'll probably send him an invoice anyway. I don't know if they're going to pay him, but you got to you can send it in. Hey, you guys owe me this. They could allocate it or not. It'll be a while before the allocation process happens, but it's very possible that it could happen. No doubt about that. So anyway, we don't have a speaker, and I don't know when we'll have a speaker. I know that what's his face is still in charge, and so he's just in charge day to day for the foreseeable future. That's great. What do we need? What do we need Congress for? Nothing is what we need Congress for. Nothing. Now, those of you yesterday who were excited that NASA was set to launch its Psyche spacecraft, it didn't happen. Now, who can tell me why it didn't happen? Anyone? Anyone? I mean, Chris.
Weather.
You are absolutely correct. Move up to the front of the class. Get up here. No, I will stop answering if I have to go up front.
I don't want to go. I don't want to read either.
Yep. I mean, holy cow.
Why? Why is weather really that?
Well, that's what they believe.
Is it because of the flat Earth that you can't leave?
I do believe it was actually storming quite a bit in that neck of the woods yesterday. It wasn't just clouds. But I'd rather make fun of them just not going up in weather. And so, I get it. But the 16 Psyche asteroid, located over 2 billion miles away from Earth in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, it's composed primarily of iron and nickel rather than the ice or rock compromising most asteroids. Wow. So, if we could if we can reel that thing in, we'll have some iron and nickel. So the 173-mile-wide potato-shaped object is the core of an early solar system planet that could provide more direct insights into Earth's unobservable core. So we're looking to get NASA's Psyche spacecraft off. It was supposed to go off yesterday morning. It is now scheduled to go off today. I don't know that it will or not. I haven't looked to see what the weather is like in Florida, but it very well could go off today. And good luck. I hope it does. Now, according to this, to reach the asteroid's orbit, we'll be there in 2029. It will spend 26 months capturing images, measuring magnetic fields, along with and more. And I love and more. So look for the rocket launch today, later this morning at Kennedy Space Center, and we'll see if it actually heads off to Psyche. We can take a look at what they believe is the core of an early solar system planet. All right, we'll see if that's actually true. Did you know? Speaking of Florida, I was surprised at how many UFO sightings actually happen in Florida, and then I don't know why I was surprised by it, because I've seen a UFO in Florida as well, a couple times. Coast AM. UFOs across the country. Florida, second most UFO sightings in the United States of America. Incredible. So, I remember I've seen a couple in Florida. No problem. But the numbers are pretty amazing. So according to the National UFO Reporting Center, and I love the National UFO Reporting Center, can't get enough of them, there have been 8,068 UFO sightings in the Sunshine State.
Not true.
That's what they say. The National UFO Reporting Center. So 8,068 in Florida.
And this guy's a liar.
California. First of all, it's the reporting center. It's not just a guy. It's the entire center. California has 15,849 sightings.
No, because it's all a lie. I'm not even going to entertain it.
Now, it should be noted, just for you, Chris, that Florida has the third most Air Force bases in the U.S. It's 56. California has 123. And Texas, here in Texas, we only have 59 Air Force bases. It seems right. I mean, I don't know. So, congratulations to Florida for having 8,068 UFO sightings in the Sunshine State. Now, the first one was in 1944. So, see, they're going back that far. So,
who did they interview in 1944?
Bill from Florida. He lived just outside of Lake Okeechobee, and he was out gator hunting one morning, and he saw the lights go over the lake, and he said, there's a spacecraft. And then he killed a gator and moved on with his life and rode back into shore. But that's who they talked to.
Lake Chargagagagman Chagagag Chaubanagungumog.
No, that's in Maine, right? I don't know if there's any reports from there. I don't know. But for sure from Lake Okeechobee. All right,
Lake
more.
Chargagagagman Chagagag Chaubanagungumog.
Thank you.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday. Good morning, American. It's Friday.
The 13th. Welcome to the broadcast. How in the world are you today? Good to see you. Thanks for coming along for the ride today. 888-900-3393 is the phone number. You can tweet the show at Pat Unleashed. You can tweet myself at JeffyJFR. You can always tweet Chris Cruz, who's here today, manning, spinning the dials in the other room, at Real Chris Cruz. You can follow the show on Facebook and Threads and YouTube and Blaze TV. You should be a member of Blaze TV if you're watching us right now for free. On Pluto. Well, yeah, of course, thank you. But freeloaders, man. I know everybody wants stuff for free, but the time is coming.
Economy, bro.
But I mean, thank you. Yeah. Oh, boy, no kidding. No kidding. When you looked at, you think, we talked a little bit about this yesterday on Chewing the Fat, my show, which you should subscribe to, by the way, available wherever you get your podcasts. That is free, by the way. You're welcome, but your subscription to Blaze TV actually helps with that.
Is this where I'm supposed to say you're still able to keep that show free?
No, that's not where.
Like you still are able to provide the services.
How have you done that?
How have you done that?
I fought hard. I fought hard to keep it free. Yeah. And you know what? You're welcome. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just going by the list that Pat gave me of all the insults I'm supposed to go through. So,
yeah, I mean, prices on everything are going. Everybody wants more money. Everyone wants more money. whether it's an app, whether it's a cereal, whether it's Chipotle, whether it's Disney. I mean, Disney hoodwinked us. A few days ago, Disney said, we're going to knock down the prices on kids. They get in $50 for a kid. Come on in. Get out of here. Now, you have to buy a 3-day pass, but it's still only $50 a head for each day. Then, like 3 days later, we're going to go ahead and raise prices on everything. Okay? Yeah, I know. That still holds true for the kid, but there's an end date on that, okay? So we're going to raise prices on everything. And remember, we said we were going to invest a bunch of billions into the theme parks and everything, probably at our cruises. Well, we're going to be investing in everything because we really care. But we care so much about you, we're going to raise our prices even more. I mean, it's incredible. Then I see that Paul Krugman, who is, this can't be real, right? If it's real, he needs to just be sent away with our president and off to the home, because he tweeted on X that the war on inflation is over. We won at very little cost, and he gives a chart of the inflation charts. And look at those numbers way down. Look how down it is, man. That's Bidenomics right there.
What does it mean, though?
Well, look, except for food.
Well, I need that every day.
Except for energy.
I need that every day.
Except for shelter.
I need that every day.
Except for used cars. Well, automobiles, you're going to buy used cars. We all, except for,
I'm still driving my 2005 Chrysler Town and Country, baby.
The used car prices, I was just looking at a story of how expensive the used car prices have become. But my point is that inflation is over if you don't count, the stuff we use every day.
You buy a used car every day.
Well, no, but you do food and energy and shelter.
So I do have to agree with him.
Okay. He's Paul. You know what, Paul? You're right. When you look at the prices for rent, holy cow! And I was looking at according to World of Statistics, 1-bedroom apartment monthly rent, New York, $4,002. San Francisco, wow, only $3,316.
It's a bargain.
Brooklyn, $3,111.05. That'll get you out of Manhattan. When they say New York, that's what they mean is Manhattan. 1-bedroom apartment. Boston, $3,078. Geez, the money you save on an apartment in Boston, you could spend on travel if you work in Manhattan, no problem. It costs you more than $1,000 a year. You can get a 1-bedroom apartment in Singapore, and man, who doesn't want to live in Singapore? $3,035.
Is that dinars or yang or
it
dollars?
Doesn't say this. The World of Statistics has it in dollars, so I don't know. It might be 8 billion dinars in Singapore. I don't know, but they have it broken down in dollars. In San Diego, you can get a 1-bed. That's not $2,958. That's California. And San Jose, $2,971. So yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Bidenomics.
By the way, downtown Roanoke here in Texas, $2,500
for a 1-bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
What is included with? I mean, you might. I don't know.
You're on top of the downtown, like those restaurants in downtown.
So okay, that's in those newer buildings.
Yeah, the newer buildings
in your neck of the woods, not the hood.
Yes, thank you.
And so in those buildings, which are nice,
they're really nice. Yeah.
So you get a 1-bedroom in that place for how much? $2,500.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to pay for
everything?
What's included? What's included with my rent?
Garbage pickup by the door. So you got they call it Trash Valet. They just put it outside by the door and they come pick it up and then they take it to the can.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I don't, and I do.
Who's doing that gig?
Right? That's a good gig.
That is a good gig.
It's trash valet.
I'm not being a trash valet for $10 an hour.
Oh, no. You know how many apartments you have to pick up
every day?
Well, not every. It's on trash day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good thing and then a bad thing. Because there's a little box by your door, and you just put it in there. Now you just have the smell of the...
Right
by my door. So
plus, do I put it out there early before trash day, and then they just come by and pick it up at trash day?
Yeah.
Or does it have to go out there on trash day? I'm sure those are apartment rules. We don't want that trash out there. Keep it in your room.
Well, you could keep it in the little box.
Or maybe you could, I don't know, walk it down yourself.
Well, you're in the third floor. You're not walking down.
No, but when you leave in the morning to go to work or whatever, I work from home. When you leave for work in the morning, you bring it down with you.
At 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Oof. No.
It's right there. You set it out there, you pick it up, you carry it down.
Possums. They might attack me. Armadillos.
No way. You put them in the dumpster, you're good to go. So that's the only thing that's included is this trash pickup?
Yeah.
And that's going to do some serious smell damage in the halls, man. They better have some air fresheners hanging up down those hallways. Ooh. Plus, I would like to talk to... If you are a trash picker-upper in one of these buildings, call 888-900.
Trash valet.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Don't look down on them.
Not looking down.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Trash picker-upper.
You're a trash picker-upper. That's what you do.
No, trash valet. Like, bro, don't.
You call yourself what you want, all right? 888-900-3393. However, whatever makes you feel better about
someone
yourself.
Is calling. I hope that's a trash valet person right there.
Whatever makes you feel better. I'm fine. You want to be a trash valet? You're a trash valet.
Is there a uniform?
Are you looking right? And plus, are you looking forward to maybe working up to the automobile valet, the car parking valet guy?
So where does that fall?
I've worked trash valet for 2 years now.
Where's the hierarchy?
Right.
Trash valet.
Oh, please, that's the bottom.
That's the bottom.
Oh.
So that's where you start.
Yeah.
To get into the valet service.
And last week, you forgot the West Wing of floor 3. People were pissed. Okay. I'll let that happen again.
So do you have to wear the reflective vest so you don't get hit?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the fact the back says trash. Wait, I tell you what. I can only pay you $12 an hour, but on the front of the vest we'll put valet. So nobody will see it, but they'll see the back.
But
that says
it's trash. So does that make me trash?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
that means you're the trash valet.
Oh, but you can't fit the two.
Yeah, it won't go on the back. It's too expensive. What are you going to do? Is awesome. But if that's it, I mean, if that's it, you're living in an apartment and that's all you're getting is trash valet. While that's a fine service to have, I guess, that's not much. Water, power, everything is completely through the roof. No doubt about that. We do have some tweets that some people tweeted in from Pat Unleashed. From at Corey M. Champion, Jeffy. And I want to say that Corey spelled Jeffy Jeffey. All right, it's Jeffy is my spelling. Okay, just pointing that out. Nobody saw it, Jeff. You didn't have to mention it. I know. Type your script into a document and have the computer Siri read it. Oh, that's a pretty good idea. We haven't found anyone yet in the building.
Hit him more than
wait. We haven't found anybody in the building that can do sign language to do the box. Because I want people. I would love to just. I could sit here with saying nothing, and the sign language people could, do their thing. But we haven't found anyone in the building yet that can do that, correctly. I would love. There are press conferences where we've had fake sign language people show up, and I would love to be able to do that for some press conferences. It'd be hilarious to do that. But we could certainly try the Siri to So there's a story about the ACT scores that seem to be, I don't know, a little low these days. Wonder what could have been doing that. But we could do that story. And, okay, so.
Students' ACT scores hit a more than 30-year record low, according to the organization that administers the college admissions test. Meanwhile, some universities have opted to drop admission testing requirements altogether. High school students' results have been declining for 6 consecutive years.
Awesome.
Approximately 1.4 million students took the test this year, an increase from the previous year, and the average composite score declined by 0.3 points from 2022. According to ACT, between 2022 and 2023, the average mathematics score dropped 0.3 points, English 0.4 points, reading 0.3 points. According to ACT, between 2022 and 2023, the average mathematics score dropped 0.3 points, English 0.4 points, reading 0.3 points, and science 0.3 points. Like Blaze News, bypass the censors, sign up for our newsletters, and get stories like this direct to your inbox. Sign up here. The average scores for mathematics, reading, and science were below ACT college readiness benchmarks. ACT reported that 4 in 10 high school seniors met none of the college readiness benchmarks this year, with 70% failing to meet mathematics standards. The percentage of students meeting all 4 benchmarks dropped 1.3 percentage points from 22.1% of students in 2022 to 28% of students in 2023. Whereas the percentage of students meeting no benchmarks increased by 1.7 percentage points from 41.6% in 2022 to 43.3% in 2023, it stated. ACT CEO.
That is fascinating. Really incredible. I know. It's, you break that all down, it's the lowest level in 32 years. I saw a headline the other day that talked about John L. Oliver. Now, I don't know who watches John Oliver's show. I don't know how he still has a show, but he does, and good for him. But he was talking about that we need to crack down on the post-COVID homeschooling wave. And I didn't watch the clip because, well, it's John Oliver. But I don't know if he was trying to be funny, and I guess his show tries to be funny. Okay. So he may have been trying to be funny, but it was reported as he wanted to crack down on homeschooling. With this story, at the lowest level, the ACT scores falling to the lowest levels in 32 years, maybe we ought to keep homeschooling. Maybe we ought to just add to homeschooling a tad bit more. What do you say? All right, 888-900-3393 is the phone number. Have we heard from a Trash Valet yet?
We haven't, but we did hear about William. Matt, shout out William. Thank you for listening to the show in the parking lot, driving to work early to just sit there in your car to listen to this show.
Oh, thank you,
from
Bill.
The phone. So thank you, William, not Bill.
He's not.
He said William. He had a fantastic idea, something about inflation blues and a song that he wants me to play. Could not find a pen, so I found a pencil. The lead broke. All I could write was inflation blues and William.
So William, hey, thanks for calling, William. Appreciate it. You had a great idea. Wish I could find something to write it down and remind myself on. I couldn't bring up a page on my phone and type it in. I couldn't do that.
Oh, dude, that's so.
I couldn't do that. I had to look for a pencil. But that's just me. Just
Pat Gray. Join the conversation. 888-900-3393. Pat Gray Unleashed. We'll be right back.
Okay, so now we're finding out some new information about the Trash Valet. All right. I guess it's not like one person, right? It's not an. I think if you call down.
I think if you call to the main office, you're not saying, hey, can I get Jose?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just say, hey. So Jose is just hanging out watching the Brady Bunch. Down in the
don't do that again. That song has been stuck in my head.
Down in the maintenance room, and then you get a call. Jose, room 312. Room 312 has trash to pick up, and then he has to go get it, or she.
That's not a good system.
That's not a good system at all.
That's not a good system.
Now, I would say that if you're going to offer that for a building, wouldn't you want some kind of way to have a vehicle drive around to pick it up?
So now you want halls big enough for a golf cart.
Yes.
So I'm paying you already $2,500 to stay in this one-bedroom
think how
apartment.
expensive that would be.
And now you want me to recreate an entire 2-lane system, one for walking and one for the trash valet? Now Jose's getting a bicycle.
It doesn't have to be for walking. It just there's elevators. We provide elevators.
Jose's getting a bicycle.
You know how pissed you'd be if you were going up to pick up trash and you got behind a wheelchair person? Take the elevator! That'd be awesome. Tom in Tennessee. Hello. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Jeffy. Doing well. How are you?
Oh, my God. It's embarrassing how good I am. I could go on for hours, but go ahead.
Same here, but I was told I only have a couple seconds, so I got to be brief.
You've got more. You've got all the time in the world. Go ahead.
So, Jeffy,
hurry it up, would you, Tom? We got to get a show on, man. No, seriously. Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
We used to live in this building in Fort Lauderdale, and when we moved in, that was one of the value adds, quote unquote, was the valet trash. Well, it turns out that at least a couple times a month, there was just trash strewn all over the hallway because you had to put your cans out in the hallway for someone to come by, and they'd be loud, and they'd do it all at off hours. And, I mean, I'm talking real nasty garbage.
Well,
and
yeah,
finally,
I mean, Jose was pissed that he had to do it in the first place.
The building discontinued it because people started bitching, and people started complaining about it, and it was just a huge mess. So anyway, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I can assure you of that.
No doubt about it.
So you guys didn't have the box? You had to take out your own trash can?
Correct, and that was also a big.
Well, that's the system.
That's I had. I got to lug it out to the door here. Come on now.
So, but it didn't. They didn't have a special can. It was just whatever you left out there for them. It just had to be in some kind of trash container.
Well, right. I mean, they expected you to use the trash can that you had, like, in your kitchen or whatever.
Right.
That's a bad system.
That is a bad system.
Yeah.
That's a really bad system.
I would not move there.
No, plus,
no, and that was 2013, and we were paying $2,000 a month in Fort Lauderdale for that was a 2-bedroom though.
Is that the building that fell down, or is that?
No. That was
okay. I was just checking.
But we were more north of that.
I was just
the order got that bad that the
I was
building
just checking.
fell.
Yeah. So that's fascinating. And plus, if you're pissed at a neighbor, you're not going to trash over in front of their door.
Oh, I'm sure that happened.
Yeah.
There was a lot of bad blood on those floors.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Eugene. Eugene in Texas. How are you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no. In Texas, are you an actual trash valet?
I've done that work before. I'm not currently, no. It's been about a year since I did that work.
So you've been promoted. The hierarchy worked. Are you like the automotive valet now or what?
Something like that, yes, sir. That's what I am now.
Awesome.
I've been promoted.
Awesome.
I did such a good job picking up the trash, they moved me to picking up other kind of trash.
Whoa! What is that supposed to mean? You're working for the mafia? I mean, what are we doing? Is that slang? Is picking up trash slang for something I'm not aware of, or?
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
That is okay.
So you got promoted to sanitation engineer.
I'll stop now. So when you were trash valet, when you were the trash pickup do boy, how did you have to go about doing it?
So what the company did is they gave us these big, large bags. I mean, huge Mylar bags.
Yeah, those big clear ones.
Yeah, and I carried it up and down the stairs.
Oh, nice.
Picked up people's trash in front of their doors, walked up and down the hallways, inside buildings or outside, depending on what the apartment complex was like. And then I emptied my Mylar bag in the back of my truck until it got full. I mean, completely full. Covered the roof and the hood of my truck all the way as much as I could fill, and took it to the local trash bin there,
right?
Dumpster. Emptied it out, and then went back for more. However many rounds it took.
Did the company provide you with a dump truck to pick up the trash, or was it your own personal dump truck, or what?
It was my personal truck, actually, just a regular truck.
Oh, I'm not doing that. Man, I'm not doing. I'm glad, Eugene. I'm glad you got a promotion, man. You deserved it. I'm not doing
I'm glad I got a promotion.
Okay, so the bag. I'm thinking of the wrong size bag, because when I worked, I don't know if you know this or not. I worked in the grocery business for a number of years, but they have these giant clear trash bags that we use, And I used to fill them up, and those things are not light when you're. No. They're not light at all. But you're telling me these bags that you're using, if you're filling up the back of a pickup truck, unless you've got one of those little, those little toy trucks, those little Toyota old pickup trucks, which I doubt, that's a lot of trash.
No, it's a lot of trash. It carries a lot of trash in a little bag, and you're carrying it up and down 3 flights of stairs sometimes.
How many? So are you getting a full floor in one bag, or you have to make reruns?
Sometimes you have to make a rerun. Depends on, the person in the apartment and the apartment complex itself.
It's very interesting because you said you had to go to the truck and then empty the bag. So do you only get one bag a shift?
No. It's just a big reusable bag, and the bag itself is probably 4 foot tall, and it's probably 3 foot around. And so
okay, so I'm thinking about the right size bag. Then you're just emptying it into the back of your truck. Because they don't want to pay you for multiple bags. They want to. Now, those are reusable. Eugene, quit your bitching. Okay, that's awesome. How about what were they? Prior to you getting a promotion and a raise and moving up, how much were you pulling down a year being trash new boy? Valet.
Honestly, I was getting about $1,000 a month. Is what I was getting.
Okay. Thank you, Eugene. $1,000 a month? Picking up people's trash? More Pat Gray Unleashed.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
It's almost Halloween, man. It's almost Halloween. I did a candy story yesterday on Chewing the Fat. Maybe we'll get to it today on this show or maybe overtime. But plus, I'll give you my tips on how to get more candy as you trick-or-treat, because it works and you can enjoy more candy.
Everybody knows you just change costumes.
Well, no, that's not how you do it. But you can do that, sure. That is a way, but you're not getting. My way is best. My way is best.
Can I quote you on that?
Yes, you can. Okay, so back off me. My plan has worked in the wild. I have used this plan over the years.
You personally went out there, trick-or-treated, used your plan, and got more candy from the same house.
So this is what you do. Okay. Cool your jets, Trash Valet. Okay. So, speaking of Trash Valets, I feel like I want to talk to Eugene some more. Because I feel like we're not getting the full story from Eugene. But that's just me. That's just me. And I feel like $1,000 a month. Once a week trash pickup. I don't know if it's worth it. I feel like that was just a throwaway job. He was on another job while doing that job. But
that's Bidenomics. You have to have
that
two
is
gigs.
Bidenomics, man. That is Bidenomics. And they were actually making a case. One of the economic dingleberries that make the rounds on talk shows was making the case that a lot of the new jobs that they're touting, people are out there getting jobs. Those are all people getting second jobs.
Yeah,
because they can't live on one job. So it makes a good case, and that's Bidenomics. No question
stop
about that.
Stop stalling and give me the trick to get more candy. I saw what you did there. It works. Let me talk about economy right now.
Do you want to know the secret or not?
I do, because Bidenomics, I'm not getting big candy bars.
You have some of these little kids too, so you got a number of years to pull this off.
Oh, dude, I got it.
So one of my favorite things to do in life was after you get the candy picked up from Halloween, you come home and you dump it out on the floor or on the bed, and you go through it all. And, throw some away if it's open or whatever. But, you go through it all and you break it up, and, I like those. Those are mine. Okay. Oh, no, Dad. Yeah, those are mine. All right, get out of here. And you break it up, who's favorite, who's this and this. So much fun to go through your candy, man. I cannot tell you how much fun that is for me. And I've turned it into a little bit of a party post trick-or-treating at the house. But what you do, and those of you that have listened to me for a while probably already know this. You're at home going, we know, Jeff. Okay, we know. But obviously, Chris Cruz does not. So you take at least 1 or 2 extra bags, just grocery bags, just stick them in your pocket with you, all right? And you send your kids up to the door, trick or treat, and they're so cute. The trick or treat, oh, aren't you cute? And they throw the candy in the container, and off you go. That's what happens. Well, as your bucket or whatever you're using, your little plastic pumpkin or your little bag that grandma bought you to put candy in, when that starts filling up, people start thinking, oh, you've been out a while. So they, instead of giving you a couple of candy bars, they only give you one. Like the old ladies did, everybody gets one. They got a jar of the Hershey minis, and they take their handful, like, oh, aren't you cute? And they throw a couple in this bag, and they throw a couple in that bag, and then they see a little princess over there, and her bag is overflowing, and I just put one in for you. Oh, here you go, happy trick or treat. Okay, but when they start filling up, you take the candy and you dump it into your grocery bag out on the street corner. Okay, so your little princess only has you leave a little in there. You want a little layer at the bottom, but not too many, just enough. And you send I got it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. You're good. Go ahead, trick or treat. And they by the middle of trick or treating, the other kids' bags are starting to fill up. Now the old people are looking at you going, oh, you just got started. You don't even hardly have any candy. And they're throwing more in. So you're doubling up. It is awesome. And it works. You come home with...
And this has worked. You've used this.
100% I have used this plan. Yes, I have used this plan. Yes, it works. And people, you're not scamming anybody.
Well, you kind of are.
You aren't.
You are. You're lying. You're being deceitful.
No, I'm helping my child not have to carry around so much candy.
You're helping your child lie to get more candy.
Incorrect. My child is doing the same thing that the child has done the entire night. Trick or treat and, holding out there.
But the other kids are not doing that.
Sorry about it. Can't help that.
I feel there's some more clause that I'm not seeing because I've hung out with you too long. So for those of you that are still morally aligned in the good side of life, I feel like there's some shadiness. I feel like there's at least a minimum of a white lie.
Wow. No, because your kids aren't lying. They're saying trick or treat. They're holding out their thing for the candy.
Yeah, but it's half empty. Because
it's lighter for them.
You're doing that on purpose. Yes.
No, I'm making it lighter for the child.
For the child to get more candy. Not for the child so that the candy doesn't hurt the princess's back. You're making it lighter so that when that princess goes up to the old person and sees that the basket is not as full as it should be by, halfway through Halloween. Oh, poor baby.
Oh, look, it's sweetheart.
Here's 5. I usually give 2, but here's 5.
Yeah, right.
That's the line.
I'm not making the person put more candy in that bucket.
But you're not giving her the full picture of the situation. And now you're starting to sound like the politicians. Now you're upsetting me. Because you're not giving me all the information.
I am, though.
You're forcing
trick-or-treating.
You're forcing my hand. You're forcing my hand.
It's your decision. It's completely your decision whether you want to give more candy or not.
And you manipulated this situation to get my heartstrings all... Oh, poor princess. She only has 5 candies. It's about to be her bedtime.
That's the point of getting more candy. That's the whole point.
I don't know. I feel like this is
I have
shady.
I have come home a couple of grocery bags full carrying around, helping my kid out.
So you're like Eugene. You had that 4 foot tall, 3 feet wide
that's a good idea.
bag.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Love those big old bags. I used to keep. That's just another stupid story.
No,
I used
going.
to keep. 100 years ago, you could sell your recyclables in Florida. You had your soda cans, and they would come and weigh them and give you money for them. So I used to take the grocery trash bags and fill them up with soda cans or beer cans. In those days, it was beer cans and whatever. And then the guy would come to your house, had his scale. I'd have 3 or 4 of those bags full of cans, and he'd put them on the scale and rip off 20 or 60 or $80, and
really
off you go. Then the time before the last time, he was like, "How much longer I'm going to be able to do this, man? Here's like $5. Get out of here." And so then I call him one time. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not picking people's stuff up anymore. It's not worth it. Nobody's giving me any money." Okay, fine. And then they started recycle and just throw it in the trash. Really disappointing. But I those bags hold a lot. Those are monster bags. I can have one of those full of candy. I don't care how many heartstrings I have to pull. You fill it up.
So that's Recycle Valet.
Yeah, it was Recycle Valet, but that was on call. Recycle on call. You had to call the guy. It wasn't like he was just, "Hey, got any cans?" Although I would have given it to him if he did. If he was going door to door, good for him. That's good business. Kids do that. Used to do that all the time. No longer. Kids don't have any work ethic at all. They used to drag a wagon behind them and come by and ask for recyclables and ask for bottles.
Do you still get like 5 cents? Is that still a thing? 5 cents, 10
Not
cents?
here.
Okay.
Not here in Texas. And I think, Michigan does, I think, still has.
You have a can right there. That's why I asked.
Yeah, no, they don't. Okay. They just throw them. It's recyclable. But there are some states that still have the deposit on them. I mean, when I was living in Michigan 100 years ago and there was a deposit on bottles and cans, that was our "we're broke" money. You keep them out back, man. When you need to go drinking or need to go out or need something to eat and you got no money, you take them back to cans. You have to do that. And they had it in Florida when I first moved there, on the deposit like that. But all that has gone by the wayside now, man. I think they still have it in Michigan anyway. Hey, protests all over the world today. Yay! Yeah, they keep telling me there's protests all over the world, but they just keep showing me Yemen. And if you watch the TV, it's just they show this field in Yemen, this park in Yemen for protests against the Palestinians or against the Israelis. And France has banned protests. I saw them running people off the streets. Maybe France ought to work on the bed bugs. How about we do that? How about we not worry about, they don't want people burning their streets down with protests. That's what they want. That's what they want, but they're not getting that. People are, protesting whether the police are coming or not. Shetty. Oh, Shetty. How do you Jew? Get out of here. Oh, it's so bad. I hope. We all should just hope and pray that nothing terrible, other than those wars, happen from other protesters around the world. Holy cow. We've got Middle East on fire, Europe on fire, southern border on fire. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Happy Friday the 13th. We all have issues with the IRS. But I'm glad I'm not Microsoft, because I saw where Microsoft, the IRS said, hey, between the years of 2004 and 2013, you still owe us $28.9 billion. And Microsoft was like, no. No, we don't. So I know you guys have been auditing us for the last couple of years, and you have a little problem with our accounting practices, but our accounting practices are fine in countries and jurisdictions all around the world. So I know that you want us to pay you another $28.9 billion. Oh, and, look, don't worry about we're going to have to pay those late fees, too. That's another $10 billion. You're going to have to pay that, too. So Microsoft is, as they have not just reached into the bucket and, only $28.9 billion? How about I give you cash? If I give you cash, will you eliminate the $10 billion in fees? No. So they will be fighting, and that fight will go on for years and years now, because they obviously believe that they have paid their taxes and they have done their due diligence. But although many of us would say, well, when the IRS is attacking us, it does feel like Microsoft is worth quite a bit of money. So $28.9 billion to Microsoft, while it is a lot of money, is still the same percentage-wise as if they're coming after you. But hey, that's the new IRS. You gotta love them, don't you? No, you have to. You have to love the new IRS. You have to. Oh, Chris, I know what I want. This is for you. This story is specifically for you. UK scientists have successfully used gene editing technology to create chickens that have some resistance, not all, but some resistance to the avian flu.
Nice.
So they're hoping that this was going to prevent the future outbreaks. The H5N1 has been running rampant through chickens. Are your chickens okay?
All my chickens are okay. As of this morning, I took their temperature. Everybody's good.
So
well, it's getting cold.
When you take a bird's temperature, before we move on from my H1N1 resistance story, when you take a chicken's temperature, I grew up, there were chickens on the farm in the first house that I grew up on. We used to cut their heads off between the milk house and the chicken house, and I watched them roll down the hill, run around crazy. I got it. I've been there. But I don't recall taking their temperatures. And this was in Michigan. So how does one take a chicken's temperature? Do you put your hand on there?
I put my hand inside. Okay, you're warm. Okay, that's it.
Inside the chicken.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, where they sleep. I just put my hand inside.
Inside the building.
Yeah.
Inside the structure.
Yeah.
Not inside the chicken.
Oh, no. No, for that, I just put her against my cheek, and then, oh, yeah, she's warm. I just put my hand.
Pick them up?
There's no inserting of my hand. No.
They have a thermometer like humans or anything?
I could put one in the house, but I just like to, touch, feel around. Oh, yeah, you're warm. Oh, you're not warm. Let me move you closer to, this one.
Do you have space heaters out there for them? Or?
They don't need it. They can.
Yeah, they don't. Are you warm or cold? That one hasn't moved since last night. It may be cold.
Dude, one of them was heat stroke. I had to bring her back to life. Oh, when it was hot out.
Yeah.
I had to bring her back to life, man. Yeah. She was, you could literally roll her, and she was just like, it was sad. But she lived.
Stay hydrated. So, according to this, we have directly or indirectly killed over 58 million chickens and turkeys in the U.S. That's a lot of chickens. You can quote me on that. Now, I like the directly or indirectly. I'm not quite sure what that directly means. We've killed. I mean, we've just gone out and killed them. Oh, you got the yeah. Oh, you've got the flu. Dead. Now, indirectly, I'm not sure. Does that mean that we just said, "Ooh, you're hanging out with the flu one, so we're going to kill you too"?
Okay. Or you just died, right? That's indirectly. You just, oh crap, Petunia's out.
Right, and I must have had the flu. Yeah, I guess okay. So the researchers used CRISPR technology to alter 2 amino acids in a chicken protein called, and you know this, ANP32A, which is critical for bird flu virus replication. Again, I know I'm preaching to the choir about that.
Don't talk down to me, please.
They then edited chicken embryos to produce 10 chickens with the altered protein before exposing the chickens and 10 non-edited chickens to a virus strain. Only 1 gene-edited chicken became infected, compared to all the non-edited chickens. So, and then they said, you know what? We should probably subject them to a dose that's 1,000 times what it would be. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So they did. And half of the gene-edited chickens were infected, but had lower virus levels. So, I mean, even then, the other chickens were like, no. You better add another 1,000 on that test, okay? Now, the problem is that do we want to be eating that? Do we want to be eating those chickens?
Well, it depends, because if it's your laying chickens, you don't eat those.
Yeah,
we don't eat laying chickens.
The whole DNA process goes into the eggs. So, not sure if, look, I know that the chicken protein ANP32A, along with the other amino acids that were altered, probably fine. We eat a lot of stuff anyway that are bad for us.
So the yolk is probably like a lot more yellowish.
Very well.
Is it like more yellowish or redder?
Sure.
Okay.
They don't say. They do say that it was going to take, and I honestly, I don't believe this. I think that this will be fast-tracked, because they do go on to talk about, well, we can't, it's going to take more testing before consumption, before we start eating them. And that timeline is going to be about 20 years. What's going to happen is about 2 years from now, they're going to go, this company's been doing that now for the past 6 months, and people have been eating them. So, whatever happens, but it's already out there. So,
world hunger.
Right. Yeah, we're just going to take 20 years. I mean, that just it won't happen. They'll have to fast track this. But, good, I guess. We need, we eat, millions of chickens around the world every day. So we do need to, go ahead and save those bad boys. There's no doubt about that. Oh, you know what else is happening? Gosh, I don't have time. I was going to tell you. There's a Peterbilt Pride Parade, and not that kind of Pride Parade. It's Pride in Peterbilt, although there might be some pride there too. In Denton tonight, because Denton County, Texas, is the home of Peterbilt trucks. And, no one supports truckers more than me, more than Chewing the Fat, my show. This show, Pat Gray Unleashed, supports truckers because of me. I mean, really, if you want to be honest, they don't care about the truckers like I do. But I digress. So they have this big parade in the downtown square, and it's going to happen tonight. Now, it's really cool, and I've seen some videos of the parade last year, and it's really cool. And so if you have a chance to go out and celebrate with the annual Peterbilt Pride in Class Truck Parade, if you're in Texas or want to drive in to Denton County, Denton, Texas, you can fly in for the 6th annual Peterbilt Pride in Class Truck Parade. I will say it was a little disappointing. Reading the story, they talked about how last year they had 61 Peterbilt trucks in this parade, and they deck them out with lights and everything. I mean, it's a pride parade, and but they mentioned this year that they have 50 Peterbilts coming. Don't disappoint me, Peterbilts. Don't do it. But that needs to grow every year. I mean, this is a whole thing that needs to grow every year. There has to be more than 60 trucks for 2023. There has to be, right? I know. That could happen. The whole thing, because it's bringing light to Peterbilt, and it's Denton County, and they're raising money for United Way, but without it growing and having more Peterbilts every year, that could happen. And I don't want that to happen. I do not want that to happen. So, no, I don't want it to happen. That's the whole point. I don't want it to happen. Why do you get some Peterbilts out there, man? What are you people doing? All right.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.